Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SCS number 347. Currently, I'm a rather lonely chap, and that probably won't change until quite some time later. So, Don't expect too much commentary. I will try my best though, as usual. So, like everything is working over there. Yep, does seem good. Please tell me if anything is volume is off, or you feel like it is off. Anyways, in the lobby right now on Graveyard Rumble on the red side, we have the Glow Water Research Expedition with the pilots Tears of Fuel and Mighty Cap. Timer just hit 0. And on the blue side, we are joined by the Phobos Rider Coalition with the pilots Finsk and Portable Grump. And people are actually readying up. Applause, applause, applause. I do appreciate. So, we are right now, actually, we are loading onto Graveyard Rumble, which is quite the short-range map, so that's actually doing here. First of all, I have to start a timer, though. And then I guess I need to be really quick with the comments. Timer has been started. Ship number 1 is the Exploring Booger. This is a Pyramidal piloted by TSI Fuel. It is an Artemis Hades on top deck and Flak Artemis on the side. Ship number 2 is the Greasy Dream Squid piloted by Mighty Cap. He's bringing Gatling on the front, Banshee on the side, and another Gatling at the back. Number 3 is the Killing Feature, another fish piloted by Finks. He's bringing Gat, Banshee, Gat. And the last ship is Bees Have Knees, the Stormburger piloted by Portable Grump. Right side Watcher, left side Gatling, double Banshee. And we already have shots fired with the Bees Have Knees eating quite a lot of armor damage. But they are still holding on quite nicely, as now no break has been acquired yet. Okay, we have a break on the Killing Feature here. One Artemis lands, it seems like, but again, that's nothing all too serious going on just yet. Okay. The broken ones. And actually eating quite a lot of damage here. Oh god. Oh, but now it will be the Bees Have Knees eating all the damage. If they're not holding on too much, only one third. Another break being obtained here. And red team just changing their attention immediately to the other ship, which will be the first to go down. First kill for red. Also known as Glow Water Research Expedition. Today. Yeah. And Bees Have Knees just followed. Another kill being obtained by okay, blue team has respawned all the way in the west of the map, which seems like red team is perfectly aware of that, and they are moving straight for them. Okay, seems like we once again have the growing booger going for the Bees Have Knees, which break being obtained. The squid duel going on. Break being obtained on the Killing Feature with Greasy Dream putting in a significant amount of perma damage into them. Bees Have Knees broken as well. Blacks do go out. Majority of them lands, but not enough to get the kill yet. Killing Feature broken once more, no additional perma damage suffered. And with another break being obtained on the Bees Have Knees, they go down. Another kill for red. Seems like they're wiping the floor. And the squid goes down as well. 4-0 lead for red. 16-9 on the clock. And no, I didn't want to say 16. I think there is a game. Let's do it like that. Okay, red team exploring the map. Okay, and the blue team has respawned in the same spot again, all on the west side. Wait. Yeah, we actually have 2 pilots running Driftsail here. Here's a fuel and portable grump. Killing feature broken. Only a few Gatling rounds actually land on that perma. And the B7E is pushing forwards towards the exploring booger here, getting their watcher ready. Killing feature being broken. B7E's watcher being disabled. Actually, Greasy Dream broken, was broken, bit more certain stuff out there. Hey. B7E's engineer focusing that watcher to get it going again. 2 shots fired, nothing disabled. And we now just have the exploring booger keep making sure that the B7E is not able to shoot back. Break being obtained on the killing feature. B7E is missing components. And being broken once more with Artemi for Artemis. Fire into them. Greasy Dream actually broken as well. So is killing feature. The 2 squids ram each other. And I don't know who died there. Well, okay. Might be that both died. I don't know. But what I can say is that the killing feature was killed. Okay, and the killing feature. 4-0 victory for the Global Auto Research Expedition in this very first match. And they will be moving on to face... Who will they face? We don't know yet. There's a lot of options. And we will now be following the Phobos and Rider Coalition to the lower bracket. We will have to wait for... Oh, we actually have quite some waiting time ahead of us here right now. So I will once again send you to the music and... And we are already coming back here. Good evening once more. And this is not the match you were supposed to see in the first place right now, but a friendly man asked me, hey, can you stream my lobby? And of course I obliged. And he is with me right now. Good evening, Boshashi.
Indeed. Thank you so much for coming over, because unfortunately, because of my crappy PC, I can't stream myself, and I thought it would be nice to cover this match too, if you do have the time for that.
I do believe I have the time, and I think if I come late, of course. Like, that's so typical!
The other one was a fast one, let me guess. But I mean,
Yes!
it doesn't really matter, because we'll, merge
I mean,
into
I get
the
there eventually.
same thing. I think it doesn't really matter if you cover this one here too. We can hope
Yeah.
for a fast match too.
That's true. That is true. Okay.
And we're already very close to the ship lock, exactly 5 seconds away from it, with not too much happening in the lobby war.
Yeah, it seems to be rather stale. Also, to once again actually say that out loud, there has been a rule change in this week that, I mean, it wasn't really a big change since most of them are doing it anyways. Yeah, calling out changes is now mandatory.
I think that was like a bit overdue to change that, because everybody was doing it and there's literally no reason not to do it. I mean, you don't want to be a prick. Because I think before, or like quite a time back, there was actually like practice of doing unnoticed ship changes to trick your enemy, and it was horrible for everybody involved, because you were constantly like paranoid of late changes.
So, and while Bo will start as a timer, I will get us going with the ships. Ship number 1 is the SMS Ends. It is a Crusader piloted by Captain Jan. And on the right side, he's bringing Watcher, Flak, Gatling. On the left side, we have Minotaur, Flak, Laser. And ship number 2 is the Magnetic Resonance, a Magnet piloted by Best One. On the right side, we have a Gatling, Flak, Watcher. On the left side, we have a Gatling, Artemis, Caronade.
I'll continue with ship number 3, which is piloted by Tindwinel. Just had to check that. It's a Crusader with a Watcher and a Minotaur in front, supported by Gatling and Flak, and two Artemi on the top deck. And to round the whole thing off, we have got the Way, piloted by Ciano, which is a Artling with a Flamer and a Flak on the back.
And something that is actually worth pointing out, first of all, the Imperial Wrath is already broken. No parameters, but the Way is running top deck flipped. So what we usually see right now is Artemis on top right and the Gatling on top left. The Way is the other way around, and they are dead.
Yeah, I don't think that was the reason they got killed here.
Yeah, it's not the reason, but it's still worth pointing out since everybody else is doing it differently.
Indeed, absolutely.
Yeah. So, and I mean, now I guess I have the time for that, to point that out. In the lobby right now, on the red side, okay, not lobby anymore, but in the team, on the red, we have History of Icarus, 1492 Adventure Mode, with the pilots Captain Jan and Best Fun. Imperial Wrath goes down, and on the blue team, we have Fresh Void, with the pilots Tindfunnel, who is currently down, and Zeno. Oh, and the Way, not having any chill here, immediately going for the SMSNs, spawning hot and going ham.
Yeah, uncommon practice, I'd say. You
that is true.
Wait for your ally to respawn, but I mean, they're not dead yet, so I'm not gonna blame him for it. They prudently managed to escape major damage here, and even split up the History of Icarus team a bit. They're slightly too high up to really engage in battle right now, though, leading to Imperial Wrath taking a lot of damage already again right after they respawn.
And they go down, leaving the Way rather lonely once more. 3-0 lead for Hoy.
Yeah, if we get a kill every minute, this game will be over quite quick indeed.
Yeah, and it does seem like people are already asking for me in the other lobby that I left behind.
I mean, the tournament won't proceed faster if you're there.
I mean, yeah. It's still like a typical case of Murphy's Law. Like, what could
True.
go wrong, got wrong, and went wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Trevor commenting in the chat, ouch, that's some aggressive spawning from Fresh Void. Yes, you're right, and I would actually say it's too aggressive.
I think in this, I generally
Remember that his comments are 1 minute delayed.
It didn't, yeah, like the wave spawning into her, I'd say that was the thing. I think it's generally not a good call, but it didn't work out that badly here. It just led to the wave disengaging a bit too much and not being able to come really back into the engagement to save their ally.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
so,
I would have said it could have pretty good consequences here, but like.
Well, the way
is
the way is did. So this was a really quick match, I have to say. There, 4 minutes in the end. What was perfectly shown here is what we call okay, there are different names for it: meat grinder, conveyor belt, whatever you want to call it. The concept is that your ally is still alive, being chased. You respawn in the hopes of saving him, but the minute you spawn in, he dies, and suddenly you're alone. And it seems like Fresh Void got stuck in that, and they didn't get out of it. They didn't manage to really accomplish a reset.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's a hard thing to pull off because you need to let your ally die on his own. But it's the only way to stop it. So thank you very much for coming over. It was a pleasure, and good luck with your games. We'll see each other later on in the tournament.
I do assume we will. See you later. And I'm already coming back here again, since there isn't really a point to really send you in waiting screen. Also, no music there, briefly, but wasn't too important. And we are already getting this next lobby set up here, and it's already running 2.5 minutes on the clock. So, time to take a breather, calm down a bit, relax. On the red side, we are joined by the Phobos Rider Coalition, who ended up losing to the Laboratory Research Expedition last match. And their pilots are Finsk and Portable Grump. And on the blue side, we have Poet and Peasant, which were knocked to the lower bracket by the Steel LL. And they are piloting, or the pilots are Cowboy Six Guns and Eagles Movie. Okay. Oof. So, but the rest should all be set up correctly. With the right teams. Everything, the rest else is going smoothly. Okay. Paladin Peasant appears to be missing a crewmate, which good. But let's see if that actually, if he comes or doesn't. It would be bad if he doesn't. It's always bad to, especially in a competitive event, having AI is not the place to be because players are usually better. But let's see. Also changes both nicely and actively. So we might actually have a bit of a lobby game going on here in the few remaining seconds. But we'll find out. Ships are locked. Let's see if we will have a minute here. Okay, seems like everybody is fine here. So the timer will hit 0 right now. And we will get this match started in a bit. Well, seems like it will be starting. Seconds. Let me give you this screen. Oh, I also need to change map. I want to press this button. Haha, there we go. So we are loading onto Kinforth, and I might actually get myself a new wallpaper. I mean, like another wallpaper screenshot. You get the gist. I guess I will have to go. Anyways, we are loading on to Assault on Kinforth, which is a rather big map. It has the tendency that people tend to go around each other on this map because one team cycles north, the other team cycles south. So there we go. Let's see what happens here. Ship number 1 is the Sorrow. It is a goldfish piloted by Finks. On the right side, he's bringing a Carronade front watcher. On the left, we have a Gatling and a mortar. The number 2 is the Quite Possibly Bees, a Crusader piloted by Portable Grump. On the right side, we have Carronade Flak Gatling. On the left side, we have Watcher Flak Gatling. So number 3 is the Stallion. What is that actually? It's a Pyramidion piloted by Cowboy 6 Guns. On top deck, we have a Gatling and a Carronade. On the side, we have a Banshee and a Flak. And the last ship is the Whaler, another Pyramidion piloted by Eagles Movie. It is top deck, Gat Flak, and left side, Banshee Flak. No Flaks there. So yeah, blue team is definitely not lacking in kill power. That's for sure. and we actually don't have a Ring Around Rosie going on right now, which is very nice. We have the blue team moving all the way north, and the red team moving a bit more through the middle. Spots being exchanged here, as the Sorrow is already in a position to engage or be aged. Quite possibly be slacking behind a bit. Let's do the obligatory drift sail check. Okay, one pilot has brought drift sail, also from the Crusader, and we also have Tar. Tar on Eagles Movie. Pilot of the Whaler. And we have our first engagement going here with the Quite Possibly Bees. Engaging the Whaler. Watcher being fired into it. 3 of the 4 guns disabled. And Gatling doing its work. No break just yet. Oh, and there is the counterfire. The Whaler has been popped. Sorrow and Stallion are duking. Oh, and we have a break. Whaler is broken with a lot of flux hitting them. And they go down. That is the first kill. Red. Sorry. First kill for red, also known as Ober's Rider Coalition. I know that engagement just moved a frame, but I have to do some stuff. There we go. And Starro almost being broken here by the Stallion, it seems like. Okay, we have shots being exchanged here. And the Stallion actually, I wouldn't call it exchanged much, as the Stallion is getting caught in a double focus, missing guns and engines. Old engines, actually. So, Ober's Rider Coalition has obtained a 2-0 lead in this match. There are 17 minutes on the clock. Blue team is respawned all the way in the south. Actually, the Whaler has respawned, as I think that was actually, might have been a full spawn. But with that much distance to cover, I mean, that's 2.5 kilometers, roughly. There isn't an issue there. Red team actually now deciding to go around on the north, but they will turn for the middle, it seems like, and go down south of the middle, while blue team is pushing up the eastern side of the map. So, seems like the Sorrow might very well find blue team here a bit. Also, good evening to all the people watching. And it seems like we will have another streamer going live here in just a bit. As Darko will stream for Bo. Okay, yeah, we have spots being exchanged here. So we're actually hiding down low. Okay, now they are spotted, so no cheeky flank for them. And it will be the quite possibly beast taking both blue ships head on. Actually, quite literally head on, as they ram the Stallion and immediately get punished for it, it seems, as they are holding on to not much perimeter. Whaler already dead set on finishing it off, and there we go. Here then, the Stallion eating a massive watcher there. All of the components were disabled, and now they have a fish on their side, getting a greased Gatling and a greased mortar going. Oh no, that's actually an incendiary Gatling, but still. That mortar is not messing around. Stallion just holding on to 10%, if a perma. But everything disabled. The mortar goes out, and the Sorrow finishes them off. 3-1. Red's favor. Sorrow actually broken right now. But we'll see what they can do here. Okay. Stallion has respawned in the middle of engagement. Quite possibly Beast is currently charging over. Moonshining, drift sailing over. Utilizing that speed. The spears can get out of that. Zoro disabling the Whaler and getting the Get Mortar going on that. And Beast now join the fight. Actually, the Aegis Movie will end up tarring his or her their ally. Okay, Stallion broken. Whaler. Actually, Stallion broken once more, eating a massive amount of damage here and getting finished off by the Sorrow's Watcher. Whaler now once again lonely on the field, with both red ships soon to be staring at them. Okay, so, and with those final shots being fired, it will be Phobos Rider Coalition that obtains the victory against Poet and Peasant here with a final score of, I do believe, 5-1. They will now move on in the bracket to face Brutish Hemorrhage on a map on Kinforth once more. Interesting. And as always, I will be back. I have that assembled. And we return. Oh, let me give you the. We go. So, we are back once more, and we're actually on Kinforth once more. As Grum put it so aptly, random map generator go brrr, and brrr, it went, and gave us the same map twice in a row. But anyways, we will stay here. And on the red team right now, we are joined by Prudish Hemorrhage, with the pilots Zekev and Schweixen. And on the blue team, we're once again joined by the Phobos Rider Coalition, with the pilots Finsk and Portable Grump. We have 2 minutes on the clock. Also, as you can see here, I don't copy paste. I type everything myself. Yes, I like torturing myself in that bit. Like that. So, let's see what we have here. Right now, we will be going into this match with a Pyramidian Shrike and a Shrike, going up against a Crusader and a Goldfish. The Crusader and the Goldfish are swapped though, because what we usually see with Phobos Rider, or PRC, as I usually abbreviate, we have Finsk piloting the Goldfish and Grump piloting Crusader. But I guess people do like to switch it up from sometimes. And I don't. I'm not here to stop them. So, final minute is running. We have 20 seconds to the ship lock. Red team is already readying up here. Seems like they want to get the stream going. While blue team is a bit hesitant. But there we go. Ships have been locked. And we're getting ready to start. Okay. Ready. And we're actually readying up a bit early. I do appreciate that. 7 seconds early. To be precise. Nice. And we are loading on to Slottskogen Kinforth once more. Don't think I need to do much of a hype up there. You've just seen a match on Kinforth. Let's see how this one works out once it's loaded. First, I actually have to give us a timer. Dum, 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 dum. There we go. Ship number 1 is Sir Ramsalot. This is Pyramidian piloted by Zekath. He is bringing Laser Artemis on top, a flare on the side, and another flare as well. And also he is running his ram build of Moonshine Drift Cell Impact Bumpers. Ship number 2 is the... Keys to a Generation is a Shrike piloted by Schweixen. And he is bringing Watcher Gatling on both sides. Ship number 3 is the Frailty? It's a Crusader piloted by Finsk. On the right side we have a Gatling Mortar... a Watcher Mortar Gatling. And on the right side we have a Caronite Flak Gatling. And the last ship is the Afternoon Bee. It is a fish piloted by Portable Grump, right side Flamer, front Caronite, and left side Gat. Banshee. Your stock standard. Then the fish. Keystone Generation already going through the middle here. Actually, both red ships are drifting. We could just see with the Keystone Generation doing a bit of funky movement, going sideways. And red team has already arrived in blue team spawn. Even though the blue team isn't there anymore. Keystone Generation was spotted. So blue team is aware that they need to go. And where they need to go to catch at least one of the red ships. Well, it seems like we're playing Ring Around the Rosie Extreme. With, yay, both red ships drifting. Okay, seems like they have come to a bit of a stop here. And it might actually be that Sir Ramsalot will drop on the frailty. I mean, he is moving forwards like there's no tomorrow. And he bounces on something. I mean, he definitely bounced. And yeah, it was kind of impact. But at least to me, it seems like he wasn't actually on that pipe. Whatever. We have the keys to generation now charging in behind the frailty. But with the frailty dropping low and the keys to generation having a building there. Scratch everything I was about to say. They still get their watcher off and they still get some disables going. Afternoon B now finding themselves under laser and watcher fire. Being broken right now. And the Sir Ramsalot coming in for the ship follow-up. And half the... it wasn't a ram, but still half the afternoon's B perma is missing. And also an engine and 2 guns. Including the front gun? Oh, not actually the front gun. Okay, Frailty now going for the Sir Ramsalot. The Frailty loses an engine due to a watcher from the Shrike. And Sir Ramsalot putting the laser could use. A lot of vertical movement going on here. So thanks for the flares there, so I can keep everything in frame nicely even though they're fighting in the cloud. Okay, it seems like red team is just constantly alternating and double focusing, while blue team is trying to get something done, but they're simply being outmaneuvered by the red team. Okay, afternoon B being broken once more. Sir Ramsalot coming in, but they do get the clutch armor rebuild, it seems like, getting it up right before the impact. Ooh, but I don't think they... I still don't think they will survive this, as they are getting rammed, and they will finally end up in a building. Polish Emirate securing the first kill. A skill for red. And now the frailty is alone on the field. Let's see how bad the red bias will be in this lobby. Okay, Frailty being lasered and watched, even though that watcher went everywhere but into the enemy. Afternoon B spawning very hot here. Frailty broken. And they're pulling their watcher out. No disables. And Sir Ramsalot once more just going for the ram. Actually, looking at this pyramid, the only follow-up he really... the only really effective follow-up he has is rams. Considering that the only explosive damage gun on that ship is an Artemis, and killing something with an Artemis takes time. Okay, afternoon B, lonely on the field again. Eastern generation just sweeping in and out. Break being obtained after the afternoon B got stuck on a building, it seems like. That looked really weird. And break being obtained with the laser here. Sir Ramsalot charging forwards, getting that Moonshine Drift Sail action going. Trying to maintain the break here with the laser. And afternoon B trying to dodge, and the Sir Ramsalot will end up hitting their balloon. No break. Actually, no, scratch that. Afternoon B is double broken. After what appears to be lethal flick hits. And Sir Ramsalot coming in for the second round. I don't think he will get as much momentum going as the afternoon B is going around this crane. Frailty now sitting down on the Keystone Generation. He's trying to, but the Keystone Generation will be able to dodge underneath the pipe here. And so, and they will end up being... okay, there. Sir Ramsalot still got the ram in, but nothing to no serious damage being dealt here. And actually, Sir Ramsalot losing 2 of its engines. Still drifting though, which will enable him to just keep running. Just needs to be careful not to end up in something. Yeah. And with that, are they though? Yeah, okay, they are out. For now. Afternoon B, on the other hand, being engaged by the Eastern Generation and eating a lot of watchers here. As well, with armor breaks, they're missing 3 of their guns. So Ramslot still being chased by the Frailty here. Break being obtained. And Flux do go out. MP Bumpers ready. Both captains just go for the ram, but I don't think that Sir Ramslot is holding on to the perma needed for such a ram duel. Even impact bombers can't help you there, I think. As the Ramslot is only holding on to 10% of the perma, while the Frailty is still holding on to everything. So Ramslot also leading off, missing all 4 guns right now. Okay, laser going on the Frailty again, but I don't think there's arc there. And with that breaking obtained, the Sir Ramslot goes down. But the Keystone Generation has made its way over here, which I totally didn't miss. Getting a watcher going on the Frailty, just disabling 2 of their guns, though no engines disabled. And one thing I can tell you is that engine disabled on the Crusader are huge. Because you only have 2, and both of them are turning engines. So, and speed obviously, but so, when you lose an engine on the Crusader, you can only turn. You can't go forwards anymore. Okay. So Keystone Generation landing on the field right now. Both blue ships are back, so Ram's not respawning the north. And I think Keystone Generation will just charge over the blue team and reunite there. Both blue ships still holding on to the majority of the perma. Afternoon B has suffered what appears to be like a quarter. A fifth to a quarter of their perma. He's missing, but nothing. Oh! And the keys to a generation falls victim to Drift Sail. As they get stuck on the rear fin of the Crusader. And Drift Sail does increase the taken impact damage. And that strike was going fast. So that is another kill for the Phobos Rider Coalition. And the banter in the chat right now. As always. Actually, can someone clip that? The Ramslot's stuck against a building, it seems like. Afternoon B is coming for them. Frailty being the favored target here. Oh, I missed it. It just happened in the stream. Okay, Keystone Generation being caught in the crossfire, it seems like, as the Crusader still knows no chill. Another ram here. And it will lead to that demise as they do break. And the mortar from the Crusader finishes them off. Another kill for PRC. And the Sir Ramslot running again. Actually, this is the eastern side of the map is actually blue team's spawn. As seen by the Keystone Generation spawning all the way in the west. And they will now be going contrary to the famous Pet Shop Boys songs. Go west. Ah. There's a lot of jokes being to be made here. Okay, Sir Ramslot. Okay, they will be engaging right now as the ally comes back. Also, whoever thought of a bath in Kinforth, I wouldn't recommend. Afternoon B actually being broken. Holy. Laser and still going for the ram, but I think Greedy Watcher ate all of that damage. as there's almost no additional perma damage being suffered on the afternoon. Okay. Reality almost being broken by the surrounds a lot, but they dodge behind the wall, this wall here. Actually coming up right now. Getting a watcher going on the surrounds a lot. They're hitting 2 of their guns. The front guns nicely. Still getting caught in the ram, but they managed to hydro out of it. Afternoon B eating a watcher from the Keystone generation, and they will now be assisted by the frailty. Oh, be careful there. There's still surrounds a lot on the field. Keystone generation being broken. No, not much perma damage suffered though. Frailty broken as well. Surrounds a lot. Appears to be trying to go for Goomba Stomp, but it's not quite gonna happen. Yeah. Red team, the red ships do appear to be getting outmaneuvered vertically, as both of them don't have any vertical pilot tools, namely hydrogen and shoot vents, even though hydrogen is the more common one. Decent generation now parking themselves in the rear of the frailty. Frailty being broken, getting rammed by the surrounds a lot, and immediately dying, as there isn't that much in the Crusader. Afternoon B lonely on the field once more. Scores 3 on 3, 6 minutes 10 on the clock. First kill advantage lies with red team. So if blue team actually wants to win on the timer, they have to get a kill within the next 6 minutes. Rarity has respawned, and they respawn in the middle of the engagement, but that will enable them to get a good drop on the Cerams a lot, as long as Afternoon B stays alive. A watcher goes out, getting one of the Cerams a lot's engines, and after will be kept down, it seems like. So they will drift into a bit. Afternoon B not looking all too fresh there, as they are missing quite a lot of their guns. And Keys to Generation being caught alone, being popped here by the frailty. And they will probably also eat a watcher in a second. Okay. Frailty actually broken once more and getting rammed! Again! Another kill being obtained by the Prudish Hammerage. And Afternoon B is alone on the field once more. Okay, laser is going on them, keeping their 3 guns together with the Artemis. And Sir Ramsalot is lining up the next ram. He is indeed ramming a lot. But they managed to get the clutch armor rebuild, keeping the Afternoon B alive for a little while longer. But careful, that is terrain behind you there. They are broken, double broken. And with that final reverse strike ram, it will be the red team, also known as Prudish Hammerage, that obtains victory. That was quite a long match, I have to say. Final score 5-3. And the red team claims another one. Prudish Hammerage will now be moving on to face Steel Lepidoptera. Honk honk. Okay then. So I don't know I'm not all too sure if I have to shut down right now? I probably do. And while we figure that stuff out, okay, let's see. So I just got the intel. We will be double streaming. Okay, then give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I do want to introduce you to my stream, you know? And so, right now on Discord with me, I have 3 other lovely chaps. It is Alpha, Bo once more, and also Darko. Good evening.
Good evening, Sal.
Hello.
And we have decided to double stream these matches.
Yes,
Or
we are double
trip-
streaming. I'm
or
just
triple
my stream
streaming?
up is running as well.
Darko, are you streaming as well?
Yes.
So we're
Okay,
triple
triple
streaming.
You're gonna have all the points of view.
Exactly. You know, maybe one could just focus on the blue team, the other one on the red team.
Nah, that's not gonna work out.
Yeah. No,
Well,
I
we
jumped
have-
in, as I told them before I jumped in, because I have family time on Sunday with my nephew, but it ended early, and I seen Jesse not streaming, so I jumped in, asked if I could help out, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Also, I just had something very funny happening in my recent match. So it was Brutish Emerage with exactly these ships here. And it is Zakif piloting, so actually both of them were ramming quite a lot. And
course.
both of them are doing drift sail plays. And what ended up happening is the Shrike tried to charge over a Crusader while having drift sail on. And they got stuck on the back fin of the Crusader, which apparently has collision.
Oh,
And they just
interesting.
insta-died.
Wow.
So you had a full health Shrike going at light speed, getting caught on the Crusader and dying.
Oof.
Shit happens. And I do hope someone clipped that, because it looked really funny. But right now, in our lovely lobby here, on the red team, we have Steel, Legio, Lepidoptera, with the pilots Mervyn and Moshene, and on the blue team, I mean, if you're still in my stream, you just saw them, but still it is Brutish Hemorrhage with the pilots Zakev and Schweixen.
3 minutes left on the timer. I guess probably like 2 minutes 30 by now.
Something like that.
Squid Junker versus Pyramidian Shrike.
I mean, if the blue team sticks with the strategies they just did in the last match, they're probably gonna have a bit of a hard time, like especially against the Squid, because the Squid is even nimbler than anything that is in this lobby, so they can dodge very easily. And also with the Junker, you have pretty good verticals, so if a Pyramidian comes in charging for the ram, they can very easily either dodge or balloon block.
An absolutely brutal strategy that GRE was employing. Double Carronade on a Pyramidian. So they just
Ooh.
roll in, demolish the balloon, and then just smack the ship.
That sounds very nasty, I have to say.
And with 2 minutes left on the timer, Schweixen calls out a gun change. Or sorry, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Alright, does anybody know how to pronounce the name of that junker?
Parasiastus?
I'm gonna look up, what is this? One who speaks truth to power.
Oh, we actually already tried to figure that out in the last stream when I did that with Daniel. Try to figure out what that actually means.
Well, the ships are now locked, and they have 30 seconds to hit the go button.
So, with the ship, with the shuttle currently seems like we will be forced starting this lobby.
Oh,
I guess.
Call outs do everybody takes one.
Yeah, we can do that. And that's like Alpha, Bo, Darko, me.
Loading onto Ashen Scuffle. Actually, I was wondering this. Is this really snow or is it volcanic ash? I don't know.
It's actually snow.
In any case, let's take a look at our ship. Starting off with Fairy Moth. Merwin is bringing this squid. They're bringing a mortar, a Gatling gun, and an Artemis.
The ship number 2 is Parhesiastes, as we've discussed before, piloted by Moshena. It's a junker which brings a Banshee at the front. The right side is Caro Gatling, and the left side is Banshee. Lots of Banshees here.
And then we got blue team, Sir Ramsalot, piloted by Zaketh, and he's got a beacon flare gun, 2 flare guns, and then on top he's got the flak, light flak, and
Laser.
10 lens. Thank you, the laser.
And the last ship is the Keys to a Generation. It is a Shrike piloted by Schweixen. On the right side we have double Caro. Well, light and heavy. And on the left side we have a Gatling and a Watcher. Shots already being fired. So Ramsalot eating...
double flare? Like, he's not running with AI. Did he do that by mistake?
Alpha. It is a ramming ship. He only ever intends to use his front guns. I think he's actually giving a bit of a concession to the fact that he can't ram the other 2 ships by bringing a flak on the front. Last match that was an Artemis.
Yeah, that's Zach's loadout because he doesn't even want his crew to use those side guns, basically.
Huh.
So that's normally what Zach tends to do on his.
Well, that ram didn't quite work out in that case. They just threw themselves into the cliff.
I mean, good luck trying to ram a squid that is holding on to all of their engines.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
blue.
they can always burn their armor down like they did there, but they didn't even bring a harpoon?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what is really going on here in... I mean, but I guess in Zakev's strategy revolves around pressing R a lot and going ham. But right now, the enemy is going ham at him. He was briefly double broken and already a bit less than half his perma is indeed missing, with the Fairy Moth and the Parasistus being well ready to finish him off. Another break. Actually, that is a real mortar on the squid, isn't it? That actually is his kill squid. Not the usual double Gatling Banshee, it is a kill squid.
Yeah, Zaketh has been on the back foot this entire run here.
Yeah.
Now he's starting to turn it around. He's got the laser running on the Fairy Moth, and they're just going to run around the wall here, so...
I actually, Tico in my chat here, flare is underestimated. Zach will use those to light massive fires. I mean, you're not wrong. I think I saw some lethal flares last match, but 50 fire stacks, or actually, let's say 20, are more of an annoyance. Oh, and there we go. Parasistus getting rammed by Sir Ramsalot, but with a bit of vertical movement, the balloon will eat all of that. And no break being obtained here. Okay. More Tico, flare on 4 points, like 5 degree off of forwards. Actually, a flare on 4 can point forwards. Laser is for the squid, Junker is the ram priority. Aha. Ramming is more than only pressing R. I mean, yeah, but no.
It is. I mean, in some of the previous matches, I saw that backfire where they broke themselves.
Yeah, that is also true.
So keys to a generation, sitting right on top of a junker. Ooh. Nice, fast dodge on that Watcher. They just completely got away from that.
I would actually want to point something out, because looking at Moshena's pilot tools, he is well aware that he is going against 2 ram ships, as he has both shoot vent and hydrogen. Also, what's going on in the distance there? Yeah, not too much.
Where? Sir Ramsalad or?
Yeah, I'm currently looking at the Shrike and the Junker.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, the Squid is just kind of dodging them. I don't think it's the best matchup. I think the Shrike should have done the Squid, because I just don't think the Pyramidian's cut out for the... He gets him with the laser a long distance, but then he can usually maneuver out of it.
The problem is that even with the flak they are packing there, their follow-up is not necessarily too much on point. It still is a running ship.
I mean, they got him down to half hull, perma hull now, so...
Well, meanwhile, the Shrike is just giving the Junker the business on their balloon. They've got their carronade side lined up.
Yeah, but they might actually be broken here. There we go, there is a break obtained.
Yeah. A bit of return
No
fire,
follow-up
the
though.
Gatling stripped them down, but they're in a really advantageous position.
Yeah, the Parasistus is not really in the position to get up here. Parimorph and Sir Ramsalot are rejoining this engagement though.
Yeah, the Squid was going in to help out, and Sir Ramsalot interceded.
Oh, that
to try
was
to
a
keep him off of
massive
them.
watcher that right there, getting 2 of the engines. Parimorph slightly... wait, they won't be able to maneuver for the next few seconds.
Well, they've
Yeah, well,
already
there we
got
go.
one of those engines back. They've got them all back now. Meanwhile, the Junker lost her balloon again. Oh, Fairy Moth broken, being burned down with the laser.
Oh,
Finally, we got a kill.
Oh!
Squid
Yeah,
falls
I
to
think I have that on
Paradis.
stream, but I didn't look. So what happened?
he was
down a
getting him with the
jungle.
laser. Basically, if they're at a distance, then they are at a disadvantage against the Pyramidian. So I think they need to stay close if they're gonna go against the Pyramidian. But at a distance, that laser is pretty harsh.
Yeah, or you do what the Junker just did and just pop right out of that laser's arc, because it is fairly narrow.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they were doing that. That's why I'm actually surprised they killed him. I thought.
So, here, Tico once more. I think Pyrrha with laser and drift is a push on the Squid. Squid can't risk getting in close because of the laser. I mean, I think he means charging the Pyramidian. That's something they actually can't do. Because
Yeah.
the laser will burn them down before they actually reach. But once again, if you do verticals, the Para won't be able to keep it up, really. And especially with the rather tight laser arcs, you won't be able to keep them mostly. Actually, Fairy Morph...
Ramsalot, actually, sorry, just to cut in here, Ramsalot was been burning down Fairy Moth on the chase here and just hit them hard with flaks after getting an armor break. They get another armor break right now.
And the only follow-up will actually be the laser.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
just
that
missing.
laser
Fairy Moth
is-
ducked around the corner there.
And the problem is that... And the problem that they are facing here is that they are right now in a position of the map where you don't have that much vertical space, so you can't actually get out of laser arcs as reliably. But right now, this might be the end of the Sir Ramsalot. As the Squid zooms in behind them, actually gets them also a bit stuck. And the mortar is going, but no Gatling. Okay, yeah, but now what we see here is the verticals once again. Oh, and Tiku clarifying, by push I mean tie. So the Pura is meant to tie the Squid. Okay. Seems like the 1 minute delay is once again taking its victims. And Keystone Generation being broken here, being double focused, actually. A lot of fire on the hull. Banshees spamming that, spamming those Banshees like they're hot. Mortar, and boom. That is a dead strike.
While spamming them would only make them hotter. Well,
They have
we
hot
have
ammunitions to
Valentine
handle.
moment now with that laser burning down Fairy Moth, but the Junker's going to be able to push on them.
Yeah. So Saramsalot, Moonshine Drift sailing backwards right now. Running all the way to the top. Returning to their spawn. They actually need to be careful not to end up in my spike. But they dodged it.
Well, yeah, that was an interesting backward driving there. Because when you're on the ship, it's a lot closer than what it looks like when you're viewing from afar. So that was good maneuvering there. Zach.
Yeah, I think they went past it like one ship length. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
one ship width. Not even
Yeah, they
length.
just cruised right past it. Taking a quick look at the map here, SLL is heading counterclockwise around the center towards the cave. Keystone Generation will probably be able to spot them to the cave if they're in the right position. He
I
must
think
have
Keystone
ramped a lot
Generation
of
is way too
keys.
high to spot anything here. And also, they're
Yes.
already pushing forwards again.
Yes, just looking at the map, they're taking the East Canyon and actually heading over the rocks, so they're cutting a bit.
Also, to once again touch on that, I hope someone that watched the previous match actually clipped the Shrike impacting and killing themselves. If yes, please send that clip into the chat. I don't have a bot that deletes links. Yet.
So they're pretty evenly matched right now. You got the perma health on the squid that's pretty low, and on the pyramidian. And then the other two ships are full perma.
Yeah. Okay, seems like Steam Brains found a long lost friend. Oh, both of them found each other, it seems like. Diagonal
Brandon
text.
is just running down Fairy Moth with that laser. And they're just putting some spite flares down onto the Junker.
Oh, and he killed. It looks like he killed himself on.
Oh god,
Oil.
Okay, I think I have it on stream,
Like-
but I once again wasn't looking. God damn it.
Yeah, yeah. He was backing up, and it could have been a combination, but he hit the pipe behind him when he was trying to get away from.
Oh,
the Pyramidian,
yeah.
And then he died.
So, Paradis being rather lonely in the fight right now. And they will end up being double broken, actually. With the flag from the Saramsalot finishing them off. Fairy Moth spawning.
And
Well,
here comes
it
the
wasn't
conveyor belts.
that hot spawn when they took it, but right now it's very hot.
Too hot to handle.
Yeah, also Alpha, can you please send me those screenshots?
Yes, the deep fried guns. I'll send those to you at some point.
Thank you.
I'm afraid to ask.
Nah, it's just that Discord is not a big fan of my HDR monitors.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it ended up being quite deep fried, and we also played around with white phosphorus, at least that's what it looks like.
Oh, jeez.
Also, Jan, I do agree that this is a bit of a surreal match.
I mean, we're down to, what, 7 minutes, 33 seconds. We're only at a third point here. 4 kills total.
Yeah, and first kill is obtained by Prudish Hammerage on blue. Not that it would matter that much right now, as they are 2 points in the lead, but still worth pointing out. Ace Ramsalot getting the laser going on the Paradis, which is currently helping the Fairy Moth double focus the Shrike. But nothing serious will be happening there. Yeah, Keystone Generation actually going quite low onto pipes we have here. Being broken, actually, double broken, and dying to the Parasiestas.
That was
Banshee spam go
aggressive in from that junker, but that got them the extra point they needed.
Yeah.
And they're gonna tie themselves up here. Ramsalot's not gonna get away with this one, I think.
Nah, I doubt it as well, but once again, blue team is holding on to first kill advantage, so for red team to win on time, they still need another kill.
You
Ferimov
have to
is...
remember that Zach is an expert in moonshine and drift sail, so...
Yeah, but he just maneuvered himself up to the edge of the world.
Oh, I see.
On purpose, it seems, because that just slingshotted him around to the
Yeah,
archway,
but...
which he
Oh,
might
no,
run
that
into.
is terrain!
Oh, he hit the
He
terrain
hit the
there.
archway.
And I think he right now is in the position where the red team can just go through the archway and finish him.
That is
As
a
long as he
strategy some people
doesn't
use, bouncing
stress...
off the map.
I mean,
Also
I've
useful,
done that
yeah.
before with the Moonshine Drift Galleon. And it is a lot of fun, but you need to be really careful.
Yeah.
It seems like he will actually be able to get away due to the drift sail. He's missing 2 engines, so he is turning a
Missing
bit.
3 engines.
Okay. But drift sail just keeps him moving and keeps him moving off another edge of the world, it seems. But this time around, I don't think he would be able to clear the wall. No, no, he will impact. Oh, he stopped, okay.
Meanwhile, Keys to a Generation was force spawned. And it looks like they're just taking their time, sitting back.
And Ferimov is on Sir Ramsalot, which finally meets its end.
Tied up with 4 minutes and 49 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, Kiss Generation respawned all the way in the west.
Now, that could have been a strategic smart move, since you said they had the first kill, so just wasting time, having them chase them like that, instead of just dying. Some people just like go and try to take as much damage as they can, and then suicide, so they can have a new ship.
I actually think that wasn't necessarily a suicide. He still tried to accomplish stuff,
Well, that's what I'm
but
saying.
it wasn't
I
meant to
think he's
be.
wasting the time, maybe.
Or just trying
Oh,
to stay
and
alive.
also we have a random fella in the chat named Dementia. Who is that? Do you know something?
Yeah, that joke's getting old.
I know, but I'm still gonna do it just for the sake of it.
It's Daniel, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and Scrowbeard making a very controversial statement in the chat here. Oh, come on, remove Drift Sail already.
No.
And
That's
Jan
cool.
supporting, yes please.
It's kind of nice to see that it works in SCS though, because Zach is definitely controversial in pubs, good and bad. You know, he tends to frustrate a lot of people.
And, I mean,
It looks like
Yes.
Fruit Chamber's just gonna try and run the clock out here.
it does seem like it. And, yes, there are semi-counters to Drift Sail. Namely, the main counter is Nemesis due to it having a lot of impact damage. Problem is, Nemesis, good luck trying to hit that on long range. I mean, even if you're shooting something like a Judgment, it's good luck. Trying to hit a ship that is zooming past? Never gonna happen. But
Oh,
let's
Keys
not
to a
get
Generation
too
got
deep
behind
into
the
that
Joker and is now
discussion.
eating a Gatling gun from Fairy Moth. Yep, now we're getting back into it. No more running out the timer.
Okay, and while my chat is quite busy discussing that, opening up that barrel again, let's see what is actually going on in this match here. Keystone Generation is broken, with Banshees getting into their perma. A bit less than half of it is missing. 2 minutes on the clock. All this. Okay, Keystone Generation
Armor
being
broken
broken
again.
once more, with the Banshee fire coming in. Okay. Yeah, it seems like Red Team is really just looking for that kill, and there we go. Kill is obtained. 1:45 on the clock. 4-3 is the score. Ramslot being alone here. And he... Okay, no, he went past it. Perspective again.
The Junker's getting left in the dust. The Squid is able to keep up, though. And they're gonna run into the edge of the world behind this.
And he
archway
is
here.
gonna reverse into the same spot again. Also, Daniel making the Daniel joke himself. Okay, he will be able to just straight up run. Problem is, though, if we
Taking a
don't
quick
have
look
an
at the
active
map
engagement
here.
going in a minute,
Oh,
Red
Future
team will win.
Generation coming in from the west.
Okay. Okay, we have the last minute running. Red team is in the lead. 4-3. Blue team still has first kill advantage, so they still only need to get 1 kill to be able to tie it out on the timer. Okay, let's see where this goes. Key situation almost broken, by the way. Paradis was popped. Slot comes back, impacts on some terrain. Nothing too serious.
You can hear those
So, okay.
grenades running.
20 seconds on the clock. Key situation actually
Focus.
dies
Oh,
and
wow.
they kill themselves.
That Junker just switched targets and aggressive double focus right at the end there.
And with that final impact, it will be still Legio Lepidoptera that obtains the victory in this match with a final score of 5-3 against Prudish Hemorrhage. Okay, and they will
Next
now
up,
be
we're gonna
moving
be
on.
having Dreampunk Grove, who lost against GRE, come down to face them.
And that will be on... Oh, Canyon Ambush, actually. Nice. So, let's get everyone set up. And while we're waiting, Alpha, let's do some advertisement.
Absolutely. Let me just get the logos up here. So I actually do have another event in the rotation to talk about with everyone. But we're going to start off with Crucible. Make sure you sign up for Crucible. I think that was running yesterday as normal.
Indeed it was. We had a 2v2, you had 2 teams. So we just had the usual 2v2 format. The usual 5 matches. It wasn't too bad in terms of balance. But as always, it could have been better, but in the end, balance is an illusion.
Yes. Well, sign up for Crucible. We need more people to make more teams.
Indeed.
And taking a look at some of the other events, one of the newer ones that came across my desk today, actually, was the School of Icarus. So this is a new event. It started off as, I think it was the Failsafe Academy. So I think the actual advertisement sent by Tigger Tom said, "This message is brought to you by the Engine Conservation Society. Every day, engines are moonshined to death, but there is a way to amend this problem. You and your crew are invited to learn Failsafe with the School of Icarus. The engines need your support." So it's a teaching event where they're currently focusing on Failsafe, but they're planning on more stuff for guns and ammo. Happening Wednesdays, SCS -1 for 2 more weeks. What? I guess it's like the time. After which we'll switch the schedule probably to a more North America friendly time. And it's aimed mostly at experienced players who want to get better and learn more about the game. So I guess they were just referencing SCS in this for the start time, but
Yeah,
the event is registered,
SCS.
So you can find the start time in the community section, or sorry, the event section under the community tab of the game, and it is adjusted to your local time zone.
Yeah, but in case you aren't aware, SCS has become an official time zone, and if you want to know what time it is in SC time zone, just go to statsoficarus.com and you will see it. .xyz.
Yes. Oh, taking a look at some of the other events, of course, we have Monday Madness as usual. You know, lots of wacky loadouts and other fun to be had on your Mondays. Oh, Black Flame Academy. Sal, what are you doing this week?
Well, this week on our European time slot, we will be doing Judgment. As you saw. You probably won't be able to hear my lovely voice there, but I'm not too sure just yet. But still, we have capable hands to take care of that. And once again, if you ever wanted to learn how to do Judgment, or just want to learn Final Fantasy stuff in general, come to the Black Flame Academy, happening at 9 p.m. Central European Summertime, so 7 p.m. UTC, and SCS +1. I see you there.
And of course, as usual, we have the Steel Forge of Friendship, which is run by the Steel Guard. So that is their alternating time public match. You can come, show up, shoot stuff, and have fun. They do a couple of different games, and they alternate between the European and North American time every week. So you can
And
find
next
out
week,
information on this event and all the others in the events section under the community tab of the game or the main Discord. All of the events listed in the events section of the game are converted to your local time zone.
and while we were advertising, we actually have everyone in the lobby right now. And on the red side, we are joined by Dreampunk Grove, with the pilots Steam Brains and the Italian Flamer. And on the blue side, we are once again joined by the Steel Legio Lepidoptera, with the pilots Mervyn and Moshena.
I really like Dreampunk's logo. It's so pretty.
That is true. Check it out. Go to the COG Discord and check it out.
Yeah, or I'm showing it on stream as well.
Yeah.
Well, taking a look at the roster, it looks like we're going to be having Dynablade and the unpronounceable Pyramidian back. I had these guys in a previous game.
Also, good luck to Bo, who will have to pronounce that name.
Oh,
you
changed to
did-
SG of Goldfish.
Oh, lucky you.
Although, actually, I forget the guy's name. It was a famous composer who came up with Ecstasy of something.
Yeah, we have to be careful here because it might give Alpha some ideas for overly complicated passwords.
My passwords
But-
were never random gibberish. They were just long collections of words.
Random gibber. But don't worry, the password simplification unit is at the ready, and we are fighting Alpha's weird ideas every Sunday.
Hey, my last idea was 4 letters long, and it was fine. It was yawn. And it came out of that cute little doggy gif.
I would have still preferred Nuke.
Meanwhile, Bo, being the ever-professional referee, has just called the ship lock for the lobby.
Yeah, at least someone is professional here. Unlike the 3 streamers who are just talking shit as usual.
Well, I mean, we have to keep it entertaining somehow.
Yeah.
That is true. And we have... Okay, timer hit 0. Pilots have been asked to ready up. I will actually expect another 4 start, if I'm honest and looking at this. And there we go. We are off to legitimately everybody's favorite map, Canyon Ambush.
It's pretty good. I like Kenforth too. It's a toss-up.
I mean, like, if you go through the community, I think like 90% of the people actually like this map. Anyways, get us going.
Yeah, but not everybody's. In any case, let's take a look at our contestants. Starting off with Dynablade, Steam Brains is bringing this Corsair. Dual Gatling guns in the forward positions, the flat cannon in the rear position. Heavy side positions are Watches and a Lumberjack right up front. Bo, this one's you!
Oh, fuck, I almost missed my thing. The second ship is Ecstasy of Goldfish, piloted by the Italian Flamer. It's a Hwacha fish, which brings a carronade on the one side and a Gatling mortar on the other one.
And then we have piloting the Fluffy Moth. Magnate is Maureen with Heavy Hwacha, Flak Cannon, and he's got a Mercury gun, Whirlwind Gatlin, and then Mortar and Mercury.
It's also Mervyn. And then the last ship is the Paradis once more. It's Junker piloted by Moshana. On the right, sorry, on the left side we have Get Flak. We have a front Banshee that is currently down, and left side Banshee Carronade. As the Dynablade is, oh sorry, the red team is, or has already well arrived in blue team's spawn. And the Fluffy is getting their left side going with the double Mercury and the heavy Flak, which can pack quite the punch. But it's lacking in arc. Oh, and I think they are about...
Bearing down on Fluffy Moth right now.
Oh, and we just had one of those flak hits!
Flak Mark II.
Not messing around as the Dynablade is reduced to not even 10% of their perma in one shot. Fluffy Moth on the other end, missing 3 guns in all their engines. Also not looking all too fresh there. 1/3 of the perma missing. Actually, Ecstasy of Gold isn't looking too fresh either, with less than half their perma remaining. And
full height advantage over Dynablade.
Yeah, and Mervyn actually planning ahead for a Corsair ramming him. He has brought impact bumpers. Okay, Dynablade eating a Watcher to the rear, getting 2 of their engines and 3 of their guns, which will enable the Parasiestas to sneak around. Get some guns going. Okay, scratch that. They ate a Watcher as well. Okay, Fluffy Moth getting their left side going on the Ecstasy of Goldfish. We have a Flak connecting, but it seems like that one was unarmed. Actually, no, it probably wasn't. I recently found out that Goldfishes have 1,100 hit points of perma.
They're very tanky.
Which is the 3rd or 4th most. Actually.
Well, that perma ran out. The Junker picked that one up, I think.
Indeed it was the Junker that did the finishing blow. So, Banshee spam once again went brrrr. Flak Mark 3 when? Hopefully never. Just imagine that. One shot, one opportunity to kill everything you ever wanted.
Yeah, and I don't see them, the Corsair escaping this, so this might be a cleanup here, and...
Oh, we can hear those Banshees screaming away.
Oh, but the Dynablade, okay, they just got popped, which will limit their capabilities a lot. And yeah, Banshee spam to the balloon. And send Fire 6 on the armor. And then a bounce on terrain to finish it off. Pause being called.
By Steam Brains.
Yeah, that is a doable one, so pause us please.
I don't see any disconnects.
Stop. They immediately stopped. So no pause. Morgan for the quick nap. Okay, so no pause. Yeah, let's be gentle and say no pause. Also, my chat is currently discussing the capabilities of Flak Mark III. For example, that you would get -1 shots with it. -1 without ammo, that is. And with Loch, you get half a shot.
How do you get half a shot?
I don't know, but that's what it says in my chat.
What is it, like black powder burns?
Yeah, you only fire with half the explosive load and half the propellant. Oh, that would be even slower than usual.
Well, taking a look at the map, it looks like SLL is moving west and heading north, and they're going to encounter Dreampunk Grove. They're heading on the north side of the canyons there. They're going to catch them off the side.
And we have a spot on the Fluffy Moth. And, sorry, on the Dynablade as well.
Slightly ineffective lumberjack shots there.
And the Parasiestas eats up eating a Watcher. Nothing getting disabled there. And the Banshee spam is coming. Together paired with a bit of Carronade. No pop. On the ecstasy of goldfish, that is. The Fluffy Muff was indeed. But oh,
Corsair's
Dynablade
going
losing
in
a heavy
fast.
engine. What's going in fast? The squid?
On
Corsair.
the Corsair on the Junker.
Sorry. Dynablade actually being
Hello?
popped, missing 3 of the engines, so they will impact on terrain. Yeah, English, do you speak it? Not after 2 hours of streaming.
Meanwhile, Fluffy Moth ate a quacha out of Ecstasy of Goldfish.
Dynablade broken
Quacha
once
other mode
more.
into Dynablade, the fire is just going all over the place. Dynablade's down 2 engines and multiple guns being double focused.
And dying once again to Banshee spam. I mean, they really like those Banshees on the Paradis.
After Fluffy Moth, they're down over half their perma.
Also, I actually have to correct myself. I say it's Banshee spam, but I just realized that there's a flak on the left side of the junker. But it was probably the flak. But still, Banshee spam go brrrr.
Ecstasy of Goldfish loses their armor.
But they would get it
A
up
little bit late on the
immediately.
Explosive damage there.
Yeah, I would say that armor is getting double tanked. Nothing auto
Meanwhile,
series.
looking at the map, Dynablade spawns in right behind Fluffy Moth.
Which is not spotted yet, but they will realize right now as their balloon is almost down. Rather, it is down. Someone looked in the rearview mirror and saw, fuck, there's a Corsair behind us. But they will just keep going.
Fluffy Moth going around the rock. Dynablade cutting right and going to go after the Junker.
Yeah, and we have the Lumberjack already going, getting a pop there.
Oh, we might see a ram here.
That's most definitely Ram!
Oh!
And it's
Ooh.
once again janky physics of this game!
They
Has
go
the
flying.
And they got yeeted off into the pillar.
So
But
would
it-
you say that's the best RAM of this SES so far?
No,
I've seen.
the best Ram is still the Shrike Ram killing himself on the Crusader.
Oh, okay.
So with that reverse spawns and splitting things up, Dynablade has helped to turn things around a little bit. Although
Yeah,
they got cut off
it's-
and are hung up on the rocks a little bit. They need to catch up to Fluffy Moth before that Junker gets back.
Okay, so Ecstasy of Goldfish getting their killing side ready here with a Gatling and a mortar. And the Dynablade actually just spotted the Parasiestus, which is not coming back. They are maneuvering inside of the blue team spawn. Fluffy Muff currently trying to get towards them. They are down 2 engines, so I don't think they're
Dynablade's
going
coming
anywhere.
after Moonshine. Hard
Another
ram on
ram.
the Fluffy Moth. There goes their balloon. There goes their armor.
And there they go. Kill being obtained by the Dynablade with, I guess, Watcher.
Dreampunk Grove is now running right into SLL's spawn, which means they're going to encounter some more resistance very quickly. They need to run down that Junker fast.
Okay, but I don't think they will be fast enough. I mean, Ecstasy of Goldfish is maneuvering around the rock, while the north side of the rock, while the Dynablade is coming around the south. Puffymouth has respawned right next to the Goldfish, actually. Only separated in elevation. Or should I say altitude? And the Goldfish is suddenly facing a Magnate. And Ecstasy of
Or the
Goldfish
Magnate
shot
is facing the
first.
Goldfish as they eat a quacha there.
Goldfish shot first, but the Fluffy Muff is able to retaliate. Parasiestus was popped? No? Maybe?
Indeed they were, but the Corsair has switched targets and they're going after the Magnate.
Oh, I
They're
see them
going
coming in there.
aggressively for the ram. They were
And-
expecting it though. They had impact bumper up, which saved their armor.
Yeah, and now the Parasiestus is moving into the rear of red team. Getting their guns going on the Ecstasy of Goldfish. Also, goddammit, please
Dynablade
move
is
out of the clouds.
dropping in to take some of that for them, but they get cut off by Fluffy Moth.
Ecstasy of Goldfish is broken right now, and they are facing the kill side of the magnet here. So they need to be really careful not to eat a very unlucky flak. Well, for red team, unlucky. For blue team, very lucky.
Well, there's your Flak Mark II landing.
They are, yes, fish and the bigger fish. Amazing matchup. Magnet against fish. Ultimate,
Dynablade rolled in, and
The
they were
chat.
slow on the draw for that Watcher there.
Yeah, so Captain Cook ends on the Watcher there, ends up disabling the entire left side, it seems. Sorry, right side, it seems like, including engines and guns. That Corsair is quite hindered in the mobility for the time being, but they will be able to rebuild.
Dropping hard, and looks like they're going after the Junker.
I don't know. Seems like it. Ecstasy of Goldfish. We once again have the big fish on fish matchup. But they will end up spamming most of their mortars into the balloon here, as the Fluffy Moth is actually dropping for the Corsair as well. Scratch that, they're just turning. Okay. Oh god. There we go. Paradis is utilizing hydrogen, now joining the Ecstasy, Fluffy Moth here on the Ecstasy of Goldfish, which is broken and suffers a bit more perma damage, but they will stay alive for now. Fluffy Moth turning their attention to the Dynablade. Oh, and Fluffy Moth actually getting their kill site ready once more. Getting those flak shots ready.
Get in there fast, but they got their engines disabled by the Corsair on their way by.
And Fluffy Moth.
Goldfish gets a couple of guns on the Fluffy Moth.
Yeah, including the flak. So Fluffy Moth won't be able to finish off the Corsair with ease. Will take a bit of effort, but the flak is already up again. Yeah. Paradis once again showcasing some amazing vertical movement there. Well, actually, no, that wasn't the amazing vertical movement. That was him intentionally popping his own balloon so he can go down faster. And yes, that is actually a thing. You go down faster with a pop balloon than with a low health balloon.
Yeah, Steam Brains taught me that when he was teaching Mobula. That's,
yeah, okay,
that
Dynablade
is a tactic.
being
yes,
popped,
I mean,
broken
the
here.
Balloon that's damaged just responds slowly. Doesn't mean that you lose the lift necessarily. Ecstasy of Goldfish hits a hard ram on Fluffy Moth.
That was mainly tanked by the balloon though, and now they're suddenly in a double focus. With the Paradis looking for that kill. Flag goes out, but it only lands in the balloon. So Ecstasy of Goldfish will hold on for a little while longer.
They just slipped away there.
Yep.
We have 6 minutes and 50 seconds, and we're still at a score of 2-3.
Okay, Fluffy Moth once again getting the Mercuries going on the Dynablade. While the Junker is getting their Banshee spam ready on the Ecstasy of Goldfish. Actually, Ecstasy of Goldfish double focused. Break! Flux! Kill!
Match point with 6 minutes and 28 seconds left on the clock. Dynablade might be the final kill here if they can't get away.
I actually don't think they will be able to, but we'll find out.
He's got the kerosene, or moonshine, say running.
Yeah, and with the Fluffy Moth impacting themselves on terrain there, he will be able to escape. Or will he though? I mean, Paradis is hot on, well on his tail. No, but they might need to be careful as the Ecstasy of Goldfish respawns in front of the Dynablade. So they will be able to join the fight right now. Fluffy Moth lagging behind a bit. Paradis is turning. Yeah, they're going back. They're waiting for their ally. They're reuniting now. So this will be our final engagement. I would have preferred if they've chosen a location that has less clouds, but you can't have everything.
Fluffy Moth eating a bit of side fire. They slip through a gap in the rocks. It's going to leave their side exposed as they try to back out of this corner. Or no, they're slipping through that passageway.
And that leaves the Dynablade very exposed to the Paradis. But with that side Karen,
to the Dynablade as they eat
yeah,
Watcher, losing all 5 of their guns and an engine.
Yeah, Burst Watcher for you. Especially on Junker where everything is packed together. Fluffy Moth actually being slightly stuck below there. Seems like they are sitting down. They are sitting on the floor. Especially,
oh, wow.
And the Dynablade is just harassing them with the lumber, making sure that they stay popped. Sitting down on them now, and Goomba stomping them.
I caught the last second of that.
Yeah, so did I.
I have it completely. Haha. I was looking at the right engagement.
Yeah, you never know which one.
Has lost their balloon multiple times. They're still down all of their guns, and the Goldfish has just been sassing them constantly. They're about to get double focused here.
Yeah, they still haven't really... Okay, no, they actually rebuilt some guns, but they have already been disabled again. Wolfenmoff has respawned off in the distance. And I don't think they will go in here. Yeah, okay, Wolfenmoff is actually moving forwards. But I don't think the Paradis will be able to survive.
They're dancing around the spire, or this rock here, which got them out of range of the Dynablade.
But now they are broken. And the course is getting their rear flak ready. There we go. It's a tad bit too late. Wolfenmoff deciding to get ready to welcome whatever comes out of the canyon, but they are not coming in to save their ally.
Yeah, okay, but they're just sitting there. They're at the last point. They have nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, and blue team is also holding on to first kill advantage. So they actually have all the time in the world.
Oh, sorry, I got that backwards. Right, of course. No, they... Now
Yeah,
they're
that's
tied
why they
up.
were. That's why they were holding back.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Not a bad idea then. Good for them.
Yeah. And now it is red team has to rush deep into blue team's spawn to find the fluffy moth, which is actually hiding in a corner. And since there's a metric ton of clouds within the spawns, they probably won't be seen.
It looks like they're flying right by them.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it right now, and I can't see them. I only can see them because I have the spectator with.
Well, they're turning, and we're gonna get an engagement right now.
Yeah, as the lumberjack is going on the Dynablade, Fluffy Moth revealing themselves, coming out of the cover, getting those Mercuries, trying to get those Mercuries into our get ready, but Mercury has a non-existent downwards arc, so they won't be able to do it. Fluffy Moth being popped here. Both blue ships being popped here as that lumberjack is going to town. And
Heard a lot of carronades there. I don't see any broken balloons.
Just broken guns.
Yeah, the Junker's balloon damage came from them using the balloon vent.
okay,
Oh,
we have
Dynablade
watchers
is
being
getting
exchanged
quite
here. Dynablade
Magnet
losing
might
in
be a
light
little stuck
engine.
there. Okay.
Oh.
Paradis is getting
Junker
rammed.
bounced off the ground and got hit by the Corsair. I think they
Ooh.
hit
Dynablade.
that a little bit too hard.
Almost broken. There we go. Dynablade broken. But
That Flak Mark II is not on point yet.
the Flak Mark II is on the other side.
Yeah.
But they also
The Goldfish is gonna get focused now.
and they also the Fluffy Moth has a mortar on the right side. So they are still perfectly capable. There we go. There is the mortar going out. It's not hitting, sadly, though. Only one shot actually connected, I think. Maybe two. The Goldfish will be holding on, but the Dynablade is in no position really to help that much. And the Paradis is just constantly harassing the XZ of Goldfish.
Well, they
Dynablade
popped
coming
their
in the rear right now.
The lumberjack there.
Fluffy Moth getting ready to shoot their flak, it seems like, as the Mercuries are, or that they turn for the Mercury side. Paradis is losing.
And eats a Quattro, which takes out all their engines and 3 of their guns.
Yeah, Fluffy Moth losing the flak. Okay, but XZ of Goldfish might end up being stomped by their ally. Oh,
There
never
it
mind.
goes. That was the Junker.
That was the Junker indeed.
Caught in between the other 2 ships there with consistent focus from the Corsair. Gives that narrow victory.
5 to
So,
4 for
Good
Dream
job,
Punk
Dream
Grove.
Punk Grove.
And with that, they will be moving on to face Water Research Expedition in the finals.
So we're going to go ahead and get that set up. Very well flown. Excellent job by both teams.
Go finish, people. Woo! Go win.
Good game, guys. That was wild.
GG.
See y'all next week, maybe.
Yo, we need one of you
Gonna
guys to
take a
sub.
quick
Wait.
break on the stream
We
while
need
get
to
this
sub.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
organized, so
Why?
don't go
Why?
anywhere.
Why
We'll
do you
be
need
back
to
in just
sub?
a moment.
Atu said he's leaving.
Whoa.
Atu's gonna get yeah. Oh, he's kidding.
Uh,
Never mind. I actually am getting baited.
We're
by
all
the team.
doing all-nighters.
Oh boy.
Such a memer.
Misty Mutiny, eh? I'm up for doing a quick pause. What about, are you good, Bochassi? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're taking a 2-minute break here.
And I'm back.
Oh god. My stream is being
And you're
shared.
welcome to do the ship call outs for me. That's fine.
Okay.
I know I'm not the best at doing that.
Nice ref stack! I mean, yeah.
We want to make sure we scrutinize this match and make sure there's no cheating.
I mean, yeah, you have 4 people watching you. Do not mess up.
And we got 3 streams going on, so we got every angle.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's see if I can find. Oh, okay, that's how that button works. God damn it, I need to. Work? Didn't? Okay. Oh, verdammt. Okay. Like, we are coming back. Oh. Yeah, I will make 2 clips after this. Of the 2 rams.
Alright, so we'll get the streams going in just a minute here.
Oh, my stream is still running.
Yeah, I haven't stopped usually.
I just usually mute the audio in between stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Right now, I guess we just keep going, like we've been doing
And
for this entire
admittedly,
time.
I wasn't quite set up since I joined at the last minute, so.
Alright, well, I'm going to get mine going again here. So, welcome back. We are all set up for the finals with the lobby running. We have Dreampunk Grove going up against the Glowwater Research Expedition.
Also,
And
they
what SCS
they
is
still
this,
need
Alpha?
to swap sides.
347.
347.
And we're going to be playing this first match of the finals on everybody's favorite map that is universally loved with no faults whatsoever, Misty Mutiny.
Oh boy.
No.
Controversial statement of the season.
Yeah, your statements. I guess that is quite a bold thing to say, that everybody loves Misty Mutiny. It's
Well, if you add some tar, then it's like the perfect map.
Yeah, as if it wasn't cloudy enough already.
You know, Darko, I still do believe that every TAR user should be banished to the deepest hell imaginable, where they would be tortured by their own stuff for the eternity that they call their existence.
And here we have somebody who is not a man of culture. In any case, let's take a look at our roster. GRE is packing a Magnate and a Squid. Dreampunk Grove is holding on to Ecstasy of Goldfish, but they've switched out for Dreamland the Crusader, and GRE is already marking ready with 2 minutes left on the timer. Let's take a
Also,
closer
Steam
look
Brain's
at
forgetting
some
to
of
call
these
this
builds
change.
here. The Magnate, Hellhound Carronade with a Lumberjack, and they've got a Harpoon on board. That might get interesting. Dreamland, Hellhound with a Lumberjack, and good flax.
Oh
Squid
god,
might
I
be
fell
interesting.
victim to the Chang disease.
We've got 2 Gatling guns and a Banshee. That is going to be a armor stripper right there. Actually, what is Keb bringing? He's got the stuff for mobility. No drift sail, but claw, hydrogen, and kerosene.
And they're killing, yeah, definitely a killing squid again.
We have 30 seconds left until the lock. Oh, and Sal is just reminding the lobby of a new rule we have, where we made calling out changes mandatory instead of just a recommendation.
Which is interesting since everyone's done it anyway. So it's basically probably why they never actually changed the rule, because we haven't had a problem. It was just sitting there. But if you didn't call out, then you probably get yelled at anyway. So by the other team or.
Well, timer is up, and pilots are being told to get ready.
And I guess we will kick this match off like we tend to do. Oh, thanks. Okay, yep, that is a button pressed. And we're loading onto Misty Mutiny.
All the canyons you could ever ask for, full of mist.
Yeah, and I still find it funny that mist is the German word for the stuff that comes out of the rear end of animals, you know?
Sure. Taking a look at the field, let's look at our contestants. Cheers Our Fuel is bringing countered the Magnate, Hellhound Carronade, and a Lumberjack in the heavy positions. They're bringing a Gatling gun and a Hades, along with a Harpoon gun and a flat cannon on their light gun positions. They have a change request for their Italian Flamers engineer there. And the other pilots are agreeing to it. Looking at the second red ship, we have Greasy Dream. Dual Gatling guns with a Banshee. The Banshee being on the side.
Then we have ship number 3, which is Ecstasy of Goldfish. It is a fish piloted by the Italian Flamer. On the right side we have a Flamer, front Carronade, and left side Gat Banshee. And the last ship is Dreamland Crusader, piloted by Steam Brains. He is bringing Lumberjack Carronade in the front, Double Flux in the middle, and Hades Gatling on the top.
Taking a look at the map, things are a little bit split up. Ecstasy of Goldfish and Dreamland are cruising sort of together. Greasy Dream went far south. Countered is still sitting in the northwest.
And Greasy Dream was spotted and provided spots for the counted. And it seems like the Dreamland is getting ready to...
Greasy Dream almost broke their own armor, hitting terrain in the distance there.
Oh god, this
Looks like
map is
somebody's
giving me...
running failsafe though, that steadily ticks back up.
This map is giving me frame drops. Holy shit.
Meanwhile, Dreamland is taking fire from countered. That Magnate just got spotted. Greasy Dream rolls in aggressively on Ecstasy of Goldfish.
Right now they will be on fire, burning for the job. As well, okay, but there are no really serious fire sticks going on. Dreamland, on the other hand, though, gets broken by the squid here. With a bit of Banshee follow-up going into them. No real damage being dealt.
Oh, good hits as the armor goes down. Dreamland is double broken and down to a third of their perma.
Yeah, and Greasy Dream, once again, they sat in that flamer for quite some time. A lot of fire stacks on that ship. Someone's not keeping up the chem spray. Actually, maybe someone is keeping up the chem spray, but only on the balloon.
Well, in any case, they've ducked down to the point where counter can't really hit them. Greasy
And-
Dream is being punished for being on their own. Lots of fire, and their balloon goes down.
And if they only have the chem spray, you're not going to put out 9 stacks of fire.
That is true. But we have an extinguisher on the base-safe engineer, and we also only have extinguishers. We have no chem spray.
Meanwhile, counter just moved forward out of the clouds and is putting more aggressive fire into Dreamland.
Greasy Dreams pushing forwards to harass the Dreamlands once more. While Exterior Goldfish is receiving fire from the counted.
Dreamland's running low and is not doing too well. Greasy Dream put some hurt on them.
Yeah, and Ecstasy of Goldfish is actually also not looking all too fresh here. Dreamland broken once more, and they will go down. First kill for Red, also known as Glowwater Research Expedition.
Well, those dreams have apparently turned into nightmares. As Goldfish, or Ecstasy of Goldfish, now gets armor broken and is being chased down by the opposing team.
And Magnet is now joining the fight, getting their flux going. Only half the perma of the Goldfish is left. And there we go. That is a dead fish.
15 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. GRE is starting to head back towards the city, and we should see Dreampunk Grove spawn in any moment now. They're taking their time. There we go.
Sure
Take a look
are,
at the map.
and they
Greasy
still
Dream
manage.
is going to come right up on that spawn as they take the southeast spawn. Countered is going to be a bit far away to help, so Greasy Dream is retreating.
Yep, Greasy Dream is a retreating position where the counter can very easily support, especially if the red blue team has to push over the mountain, which I do believe requires some hydrogen.
Yeah, Dreamland is boosting up to the ridge there.
And countered might very well... Okay, they steer past the building, but it was very narrow.
Dreamland is parked in the trees, running their Hades out at the counter's marker.
Oh, and the flux end up in the mountain, actually, as the Dreamland drops below. Well, actually goes over the mountain and is now in the southern middle of the map.
Meanwhile, Greasy Dream dropped in low and is running through the valley unspotted.
Yeah, they
He's
will
gonna
now
get the
jump over
opportunity
the
to
mountain,
come
it
up
seems
right
like.
behind Dreampunk Grove.
Countered getting the lumberjack going on the Ecstasy of Goldfish. And the Greasy Dream popping up
slips
behind
right
them.
in behind, completely unseen.
Yeah, and that is a
There
break
goes
on
the
the Ecstasy of
armor.
Goldfish. They are turning to get
Return
their
for their
flamer
Banshee.
going. But the counter is putting in all the support fire onto the Ecstasy of Goldfish, which is
They
once
get
more
another armor
broken.
break, Banshee runs. Oh, saved by the reload with the last bit of perma. They're going for their third armor break. Dreamland's throwing Hades up the cliff, but it's not going to be enough. And that is going to be it for the Ecstasy of Goldfish.
Yeah, Mighty Cap just showcased really well how to stay out of like Goldfish's gun arcs with constantly maneuvering around them and especially maneuvering in a way that the pilot, sorry, the Italian flamer, was not able to actually put guns onto him.
They did just lose their armor as it burned off there, but they got that back together, and they're now rolling into double focus Dreamland.
Yeah, and the Dreamland actually slightly getting stuck on the building here. And suddenly half the perma is gone.
I saw a harpoon there. Not sure if that connected.
I mean, when you're shooting poons, the Crusader, it's more likely to connect. If you hit, it's more likely to connect than not connect. Okay, anyways.
And at kill, we are now at match point for GRE with 12 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Greasy Dream missing half the perma. But I mean, it's a squid, so the number doesn't really matter. You're always in danger.
And we have our spawns taking a look at the map. They've opted for a split spawn, Ecstasy taking the southeast and Dreamland taking the northeast. Countered is reversing northwest through the city. Greasy Dream is tracking east and is probably in line of fire. They have been spotted.
And the Dreamland opens up on them.
Dreamland's been spotted. I'm not sure if they actually saw Ecstasy of Goldfish with the clouds where they were.
I don't think so. Otherwise, we would have probably seen a spot there. It would have been that there was a combination of both terrain and clouds being in the way, but now they are definitely spotted.
Looks like they were trying to cut off Greasy Dream the same way they were cut off. Not quite as successful.
And we now actually have a bit of a long-range battle between the Counted and the Dreamland. With both ships putting out their Lumberjack and Hades. But seems like Dreamland is winning that, as they do obtain an unbreak on the Counted.
Double broken magnates. They've got their drogue shoot running.
Okay, and the Greasy Dream is hopping into the rear of the Dreamland right now to make that long-range sniping duel a bit unfair. And they do obtain a break on the Dreamland. With a tad bit of follow-up. Counted moving forwards, getting the close range soon going on the Dreamland. And there we go, that is another break. And a bit more follow-up. Ecstasy of Goldfish also not looking all too good.
Oh,
Dreamland double broken.
Getting close range to that magnate. Greasy
And
Dream
we
trolling
actually have a poon on the Dreamland. I mean, will he just slingshot them into the rain? That would be amazing. Okay, he
No,
did,
there
but
was
it
a
didn't
little
kill
bump
them.
off the ground. I think they got their armor up in time there, but they're just double focused, and Ecstasy of Goldfish is too far away to help. And that's going to be it. GRE takes the match.
Indeed they do, with a final score of 5-0?
5-0.
Yeah, 5. And with that, the Glow Water Research Expedition obtains the victory in SCS number 347. Congratulations.
But the pommel is out this week. It was anybody's game to grab.
So,
Look at the
let's...
scoreboard. Congratulations to Glow Water Research Expedition. We've seen them on the winners board before. And it was well earned. They played pretty well, especially with that really aggressive double Carronade Pyramidion there.
So, let's wrap up our streams here.
Yes, before we wrap things up, Crucible. Make sure you sign up for Crucible.
Yes, indeed.
It's an easier way to get into competitive, as you can just sign up with yourself or with a friend. You don't need to field a complete team. And then everybody will get put together by the Shadow Council into some roughly balanced teams. Much softer intro to competitive, so definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
Look, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap that up. This has been SCS 347. Any final thoughts before we close out?
Well, I will say what I usually say and say sign up for Crucible. Aha. And yeah, I sure hope that everybody had fun watching. I sure did. There were some really amazing matches here to see. I will provide some clips later for all of you that are interested in some janky physics, or the janky physics that this game actually allows you to do and see. And yep, see you again next week.
All right,
Take
thanks
care.
for joining us.